Greetings everybody, Black Show here. Welcome to the result of Summon Marks, Season 2, Episode 4. Bosco is gone and we need to find him. That's basically the premise.
Okay, we're in, boys.
Bosco! Free anti-mind control helmets for the first 50 lunatics to come out of hiding!
I've been telling you, little pals. He's just plain vanished.
We'd better look around the joint for clues.
Good plan, Sammo. Guess that's why they call you guys in for the brainy stuff, and leave the senseless violence to the likes of me.
I deeply resent that comment, Mr. Paper.
Yeah, Flint. We're gonna have to join together and use every detective skill we know to find Bosco.
Yeah,
Well,
of
that's a
course.
no-go. Any more ideas?
Let me think. As informative as Max Impeachment Weekly is, I doubt it'll tell us where Bosco is. I've always wondered what Bosco keeps hidden back here.
I've always wondered if he's wearing pants back there.
Bosco? Nope, different weenie. Wow, it's everything we needed to solve last year's hypnotism conspiracy.
Whew! I'd kill for a time machine right about now. Of course, I'd kill for just about anything.
Ain't that right?
This keypad must control the laser grid blocking Bosco's bathroom.
Oh! Use it to spell boobies! I love that!
Bosco, lasers, and pushing random buttons are three things that don't go well together, little buddy. It's Bosco's My First Moai Head toy. It says the code is in my head.
We better find it soon, then. It must be getting lonely.
Okay, I think we checked everything we could from here.
We already checked the roof. Just a pigeon AA meeting. Nothing worth mentioning. Sure, Bosco. Everybody else is watching you. No clues here. Just an enlarger. No big thing. It shows you what's inside what's inside. Are THEM really out there? No clues here. Hey, Seismo, what's shaking? All that paranoia. And he couldn't even save himself. Any clues for us, Hugh Bliss? Nope, not a clue. All right, let's have a look at your x-ray, Mr. Moai Head. We'll see what's causing that persistent tinnitus.
Prognosis, Sam?
Either this toy has a tumor the size of an overfed cat, or it's too dark to read it. It's Bosco's lighted display board. It looks like...
Say it?
It looks like Bosco's as clever as you are at cutting-edge intellectual humor.
You gotta admit, that is pretty funny.
Yeah, right.
You did it, Sammo.
Let's check in the bathroom for more clues.
Makes you wonder what will happen.
Let's see if there's anything in the bathroom to tell us where Bosco's top-secret bunker is. Or maybe the bathroom is his top-secret bunker.
This is exactly where I'd want to spend an apocalypse.
I sense that something terrible happened here.
Whoa, you don't know the half of it.
Bosco's been ordering nothing but baking soda and paper mache. Bosco has all his shirts specially treated to block out the thought control rays.
Lest nefarious forces take control of his nipples.
What?
Hot toilet wine. Everything Bosco would need to survive for months. From the looks of it, these wine bottles haven't been touched in decades. A nice aged bottle of Nippy Valley.
Woof! Nippy Valley Woof. For party time or any time.
Some idiot left the cork out, Max. It turned to vinegar. I would clean up in here, but I don't want to disturb any evidence. If you explode it, they will come.
And if it's brown, flush it down.
Urinals. Such a crude and barbaric means of bladder relief.
Says the guy who uses the fire hydrant.
A jumbo-sized bag of cotton balls.
Don't open it, Sam! I can never eat just one.
Bosco's high-tech 100% convincing disguise kit.
So, which kit was he using last year, then?
Bosco's disguises, each more offensively ludicrous than the last. Baking soda plus vinegar equals eruption.
Sounds hot! But they didn't leave a phone number.
Bosco keeps plenty of baking soda on hand to keep the bathroom fresh. It's an industrial-sized barrel of baking soda. Not big enough. Bigger.
Ugh, sheesh. Even bathrooms aren't safe from natural male enhancement spam.
Yeah, it works.
Rampaging Roy Neary with a meat and two sides. Recognize that from Easter Island, Max? It's a model volcano.
I'd say it's downright exemplary.
There's no way I'm touching that towel. Not after all the people who've been using it.
But Bosco and I are the only ones who ever come back here.
Exactly.
Okay, if we need bigger...
What was that for, Sam?
That barrel was looking at me funny.
I'm just skipping the entire volcano bit.
And the school board said our cases had no educational merit.
Do it again! Do it again! What's that noise?
Well, as they say, it's not paranoia if they're really out to get you.
They've come for us, Max. It's THEM.
Good! About time we found out who's responsible for this travesty.
Alright, should be fun.
Hey, guys. Look, I can explain.
Did you get a haircut, Bosco? There's something different.
Finally see a doctor about that, personal problem?
You guys done?
Yeah, that's all we got.
Good. Now shut up and help me!
What seems to be the problem, Bessie?
That elevator over there, it's horrible! I went inside looking for THEM, but when I got out, I saw my mother! It gets worse. I ran out of there fast as I could, and when I came out, I was like this! You gotta fix it, guys!
What are you doing on an alien spaceship?
I got tired of being scared of THEM. I finally said, bring them on! I built this device that let me predict where they were gonna show up next. Then I let him come on and take me.
So, did you get udders, or are you a boy cow?
That's none of our business, Max. What happened next, Bosco?
I used the device on myself, you know, to test it. After that, it's all a blur.
Where's this THEM detector device you were talking about?
I don't know. I must have lost it in that elevator after I got turned into this thing.
What is this place, Bosco?
You guys still don't get it? This is it. The center of the entire operation of THEM.
Kinda sparse for the headquarters of a sinister cabal bent on world domination.
You don't need much room when you can go anywhere you want through time and space.
The place seems pretty empty. Where are THEY hanging out?
I don't know, but you can bet they're around here somewhere, just waiting to probe us and turn us all into freakish animal-human hybrids.
Bosco, Sam is standing right here.
What's with all the volcanoes back in your store?
Guys, try to keep up. Haven't you figured anything out yet? The volcano is what summons the spaceship, fools!
Sam, is it my imagination, or are we being scolded by the guy who's half cow?
Where's this THEM detector?
I don't know.
Don't go anywhere, Bosco.
Now where am I gonna go looking like this? Help me get back to normal, guys.
Normal? We'll get you back the way you were before, but we're not promising more than that.
True.
Looks like some kind of weird alien radio.
Whee!
Appears to be made of the finest leather from only the finest in mutilated cattle.
Don't joke about that.
Hey, Max, what do you think this thing is?
Calibrating. Complete. I now have mastered your primitive but no less valid language. Please choose from the following topics of conversation.
Who are you?
I am this craft's artificial intelligence. I supervise the operations of this craft and the activities of its crew.
Where's the crew?
They are currently occupied with the craft's primary mission. They will arrive shortly to detain you for your own safety.
What happened to Bosco?
The intruder made unsanctioned use of the time shuttle.
How do we use that elevator?
Simply choose a destination. Additional destinations can be opened using convenient pre-printed time cards.
What are my options?
My personality can be configured to respond in the style most appropriate to the user. Please choose from the following options.
Sure, let's go with...
Politically correct.
Selection acknowledged as no more or less valid than the other available choices.
We'd like to get a time card, please.
I cannot print a time card until the captain chooses a destination.
So long.
Goodbye.
Okay, so we want to go through there. And we need to fix it, so... I guess we want to... get that, right?
Moo!
What did you say?
Bosco's again? How'd we end up back here?
Judging from the lack of safety railings and ready availability of guns and ammo, I'd say we've gone back in time. Seems to be sometime in the early sweet mother of mole sauce.
You fools gonna buy something, or do you want to make a baby?
Well now,
The hell?
you must be Mrs. Bosco.
That's Ms. Bosco. I don't want any part of your oppressive patriarchy.
Fair enough, ma'am. Miss, you.
Who are you?
Sam and Max, freelance police.
Finally, the police. Maybe you can help me catch that fool.
Which fool did you want us to catch exactly?
That man who just came in here yelling about conspiracies and busting up the place.
Bosco always did know how to make a memorable first impression.
Can you tell us more about the man who trashed your shop?
He took one look at me and screamed.
That should narrow the list of suspects down to any man with eyes.
Then he stumbled back and ran right into my baby maker.
Ouch!
We can't take the case, but we'll keep an eye out for your vandal, Miss Bosco.
I swear if I ever find him, I'm gonna make sure he gets no pleasure in this life.
Ah, I haven't heard a tale of motherly love like that since the Manchurian Candidate.
What was that you said about making a baby?
I'm made uncomfortable by this line of questioning, Sam.
That's just because you're scared of a world where career-minded women don't need to be tied to a man to have a family. This ain't the past anymore. It's the 1960s. They can talk about putting a person on the moon, and I can invent a baby-making machine.
Well, how does this baby-making machine work?
You just take a DNA sample from the mother and the other person and combine them in that machine. Let it bake a couple hours, and you've got a beautiful baby girl. Or boy, I guess. I've already got my own samples in there. I'm gonna test it out tonight after closing.
How do you get the DNA samples?
Isn't that obvious? Saliva, fools!
Well, naturally.
Oh, of course.
Wow.
Where'd you get the father's sample?
Oh, him. Well, I was just in Washington, D.C. for a special occasion, and when I was touring the White House, I met a nice man in a dark suit. He was polite and didn't say much. Seemed like his spit was as good as anybody else's, so I picked him.
We're here to help your son.
I don't have a son. You think it's not enough I'm a businesswoman and inventor? A woman's only useful if she's got a son.
It's not that. We're friends with him.
Well, acquaintances.
We know him.
We've spoken to him more than once.
Doesn't matter. I'm not defined by my children. But when I do have one, she's gonna be the most perfect little angel.
See you later, Miss Bosco.
We're gonna pick up some swinging 60s chicks and start a groovy hullabaloo.
Men.
Cut it out, Max. You don't even like girls.
Oh, right.
You got a problem with women?
Nah, just never interested. With all the general malice I have to get done in a day, girls are just a huge waste of time.
I have never been as turned on as I am right now.
What?
You just never found the right woman, and I never found the right man. Forget the baby maker.
Catastrophic temporal anomaly detected.
Run away with me, Max, my white stallion.
Curse my irresistible animal magnetism.
You're wasting your time, Miss Bosco. Max just isn't interested.
The more he protests, the more I know he's the one.
Wow.
Hey, Max, remember that old carbon dater we got from Sybil last year?
Yeah, we gave it to Bosco so he could keep scanning his weenies.
Looks like he's made some modifications to it. Looks like a weird bread-making machine.
Don't be silly. That's my baby maker. You take a spit sample from the mother and one from the father, mix them together in that machine, and then out comes a happy little bundle of perfection.
Finally, somebody explains how that works.
That's not the generally agreed upon method, Max. This sample has been completely contaminated by milk. It'll have to be replaced. This sample has been It'll have to be...
Okay, I'm supposed to take... Oh.
What's this?
It's my chemical sampler. Get somebody to spit on it, and it gives you a sample test tube for the baby maker.
Mind if we borrow it?
Go ahead. I already got all I need. Whee!
Okay, we need to take a cork, and I don't know what. Oh, of course. Time.
A nice aged bottle of Nippy Valley brand vinegar.
Ah, some idiot left the cork in, Sam. It's still wine.
Let's just let that breathe for a few decades, Max.
Okay. Alright, and I don't know why, but we are supposed to use carbon dater on her.
What was that?
It printed a time card with a presidential seal and some strange numbers.
Okay, where is that thing?
What do you think you're doing?
You know, the usual. Traveling through time and stuff.
Override. You've caused a catastrophic temporal anomaly. You're going back to the ship so you can think about what you've done. Just look at what you did.
Sam, what's a catastrophic temporal paradox?
That!
What the hell did you guys do?
Max, when you made Mama Bosco decide not to have a baby, that meant Bosco was never born.
But if Bosco was never born, then we never would have gone back to meet Mama Bosco in the first place. Neat!
Are you fools just gonna stand there explaining everything, or are you gonna fix me?
Sheesh! Give a guy a cool cow body, and all of a sudden he's the owner of the time stream.
Okay, so we still have that thing.
It printed a time card with Stinky's logo on it. It printed out a card with the Intergalactic Freelance Police logo. Sounds intriguingly futuristic.
Okay, let's go with Stinky.
What do you two want?
It's the one true Stinky!
Are we glad to see you?
Why?
Still, it's a new person to talk to.
Look, Sam, it's us as impressionable preteens!
Exceedingly well done!
Okay. Let's talk to him.
Hi, Stinky.
Are you the parents of those two parasites?
Well, not exactly.
Although we do still have a time machine, so I wouldn't completely rule out the possibility.
That's gross, Max.
I'm just saying.
We bring a warning from the future.
In about 25 years, you're going to be... murdered!
Murdered my swollen pancreas. I once wrestled 4 rabid grizzlies while standing on the back of a rutting alligator while being pelted with Karari-tipped darts and fighting off a case of irritable bowel syndrome. I'd like to meet the man who could murder old Stinky.
Hi, I'm Max.
Honest, Stinky, we're detectives and we've seen all the evidence. You're gonna get offed.
When? How and who's going to do it?
Well, we don't know exactly.
Detectives is really more of a catch-all term for guys with guns.
We want to order something.
Too bad.
We'll take a pan-fried red panda with... What?
Can't you see? I'm so close to perfecting my gooey molasses tar cake. I can't be arsed to cook for you hooligans when I got so much cooking to do.
What's a gooey molasses tar cake?
It's based on my ancient family recipe. But my proud, knuckle-dragging forefathers never thought to use my secret ingredient.
The blood of innocence!
Nutmeg.
You're both wrong, and you're both stupid. It's the one thing no one has ever thought to use before.
I'll test your tar cake for you, Stinky.
Sam can and will eat anything.
Oh, you'd like that, wouldn't you? To just waltz into a restaurant and order something to eat. You're just trying to find out my secret ingredient. Well, you won't, because it's the one thing no one has ever thought to use.
Some woman claiming to be your granddaughter has taken over your restaurant.
Granddaughter my cleft palate. I never had any children.
Really? A cantankerous, misanthropic, hairy old cuss like you would be great with kids.
Perhaps someday.
Yeah, I don't want to rush you, Stinky, but if you're planning kids, you're gonna have to get on that pretty quick.
We're from the Public Health Board.
Almost none of the vermin in this establishment are wearing federally approved hairnets.
Government types. Pah! Weak and pathetic, the lot of you. You can't even begin to comprehend what I'm doing here. My dishes will challenge the weak and weed out the inferiors like you jelly-jawed lip flappers. Only the strongest will survive. It will be glorious!
Yeah,
So,
he
are
wasn't
you going to show
exaggerating
us to our
ahead.
table or what?
How are the 80s treating you, Stinky?
What are you two still doing here? No animals allowed in my diner.
It's okay. We're service animals.
Thanks for the chat, Stinky.
Just go away and die.
But most of all, thanks for just being you.
It couldn't hurt to take just a sample. We should have those results for you in about a week, Mr. Cake.
Now, turn your head and cough.
Hey, little guy. What are you scamps up to?
I'm only playing Bluster Blaster, the newest and best video game ever made. Duh!
Nice try!
I vaguely remember something very important about this day. What was it?
There was my party. Duh!
Don't forget that prom and after-prom kissing retreat tonight, Max.
Boring!
Great job! You're getting better!
That prom sounds like a fun and informative time for a young person. Why aren't you there?
Couldn't you get a date? Loser! You're the loser, loser! No, you are! Jenny Tallarico asked me to go, but I turned her down. She just doesn't get me like Bluster Blaster does.
Great move! You almost dodged it!
What's so great about this video game?
Are you kidding? This game is the only thing that really understands me.
You rock hard!
See what I mean?
Wasn't Jenny Tallarico the girl who had a crush on you for years, Max?
I don't know. I never noticed. They call her Jenny Tungarico because she'll kiss anybody and she uses her whole mouth. Grody! Ugh, grody!
Shouldn't you kids be doing something constructive? Or at least less nerdy?
Today I get to do anything I want.
You do anything you want every day, Max.
You're the best!
Why don't you kids go outside and play?
Why would I go outside when my best friend's in here?
Gee, Max.